Why should we buy the gold disc original and not the purple disc DVD-R?
为何要购买原装光碟、金碟，而不是刻录版光碟、紫碟？
Does this sound familiar? If it does, you want to check this out. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How is everyone doing? My name is Muhammad Amrul Haziq, and today we'll be talking on Zippo Manufacturing Company. This is conjunction with my presentation for ENT6123 Negotiation Skills. We will be covering on 4 contents, which are the company itself, Zippo battling counterfeits, differentiating original and fake Zippos, and avoiding counterfeits and buying originals. Before we go any further, let us understand the keyword or the main subject of this matter, counterfeit. According to the World Trade Organization WTO, counterfeiting is defined as unauthorized representation of a registered trademark carried on goods identical or similar to goods for which the trademark is registered, with a view to deceiving the purchaser into believing he or she is buying the original goods. Sounds fair enough? Another definition given by the International Anti-Counterfeiting Coalition, IACC, counterfeiting is a federal and state crime that involves the manufacture or sale of products in the name of another person without their permission. Counterfeit products are typically manufactured from lower quality components in an effort to offer a low-cost copy of identical goods created by well-known and trusted brands. According to a report by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, and European Union's Intellectual Property Office, counterfeit trade is valued almost $500 billion a year. Shockingly, this alarming number represents around 2.5% of global imports, being double the percentage from same study back in 2008. This is really shocking. Market size. According to Europol, China and Hong Kong accounted for 86% of the global counterfeit industry in 2015, which is about $400 billion per year. The global counterfeit trade that ranges everything from purses to electronics and softwares is worth $461 billion, approximately 2.5% of the global trade. Now that's a big number. Let's get to know Zippo. It all began in 1932 when George G. Blaisdell put together and assembled his first popular windproof lighter just in his garage in Bradford, Pennsylvania. He redesigned an Austrian windproof lighter with a removable top. Oh, this is interesting. On March 3rd, 1936, he was granted a patent and started selling Zippo lighters for $1.95 per piece. Currently, Zippo is regarded as an American icon. Now, the Zippo Manufacturing Company is a patriotic symbol during World War II. In July 2007, Zippo Manufacturing Company celebrated its 75th anniversary, announcing that they had produced over 450 million pocket lighters throughout the years. To put this in simple figures, Zippo produces nearly 13 million lighters a year, or around 50,000 lighters a day. Now that could fill up any car parks I could see right now. Today, Zippo Manufacturing Company is solely owned by Josh B. Duke, grandson of George G. Blaisdell. He is also the chairman of Zippo's board and working together with the company's president and CEO, Mark Pope. They have expanded their product range to lighter accessories, butane multi-purpose lighters, fragrances, and much more. Battling counterfeits. Like any other brands, Zippo has faced a lot through the time with counterfeits. One case that I would like to highlight is the case of Zippo Manufacturing Company versus Anil Mulchandani and others, pronounced in High Court of Delhi, 31st October 2011. A little chronology of the case. It started in February 2006, whereby the plaintiff came across the defendant selling counterfeit lighters with the Zippo mark in the same shape and was a clear imitation of the original Zippo lighters. Keeping in mind the damage that can be caused to their company, they sent a notice to the defendants who promptly agreed to stop selling manufacturing similar lighters. But hey, selling's still selling. In June 2006, the plaintiffs became aware of the fact that the defendants hadn't stopped their business. Now, this is alarming for Zippo themselves. The result was the court granted a permanent injunction to the plaintiffs based on the above reasons and restrained the defendants from selling, manufacturing, or even advertising the same products. Not only that, there are a few remedies to sort out the damages that have been done, and there is much more than the report have been saying. Now, I've been hearing this a lot. How do I differentiate between the original and also the fake Zippos? Well, here are some tips that is exclusively brought to you from Zippo.com. Knocking off knockoffs. Avoiding counterfeits and buying original all the way. That is a must for you. Yes, you. There are 4 points on which I will talk about here, starting from teaching consumers to spot fakes, educating on harms of counterfeits, risking consumers' lives, and also why you should not buy counterfeit. Teaching consumers to spot fakes is not an easy task at all, especially with the knockoffs being made as similar to the originals. First and foremost, any brands out there should start teaching consumers to spot fakes by taking these 2 steps. The first step is to make digestible content, which brand education should be made as simple as it could get. With more consumers knowing which is which, it will then create awareness to choose originals. Second is to have any reporting tools. Apart from having the consumers spotting fakes, educate them to report any counterfeits they come across. A simple form on your business website would serve this function. Maybe consider to reward those who files report any discount codes, promos, or any type of token of appreciation. Next is educating on harms of counterfeits. From the step above, we have an idea of consumers that will spot on fakes and report them. But do they know why they do it and how counterfeits can bring harm to them? With this, describe each and every detail there are to make sure they know thoroughly. For example, consuming counterfeit dietary pills or putting on counterfeit makeups, which will then harm the consumers. Oh, that's a bad one. Third is putting the consumer at risk. Most of the counterfeit product jeopardizes consumers' lives. Although some of them may have seen warnings on it, they are still being ignorant and saying, oh, I'm not dead yet, so why not? Last but not least, counterfeits can make the world bleed. Now, people ask me, what do you mean by this? Well, some of the counterfeits contributes to any forms of supporting cartel operations, funding terrorist attacks, do economic harms, and also putting more employees on arrest. To wrap up everything, it can be said that residents of Zippo take great pride in their city's heritage and the past achievements as well. Josh Duke's desire to keep Zippo family owned and operated could be another roadblock to the company's potential development. Zippo continues to produce high quality products, but the overall consumer demand for tobacco related products is shrinking, especially in the United States. Now that's something and some news. Battling knockoffs isn't an easy job, but Zippo always have it a step ahead. For you guys out there, stop going for counterfeits and support originals. Till then, thank you for tuning in with me, Muhammad Amrul Haziq. See you next time.